10. Heartburn. Heartburn is the most common symptom of acid reflux and is marked by a burning sensation in the chest, just behind your breastbone. It can last for several minutes or several hours, and it usually occurs after eating. Heartburn basically occurs when stomach acid goes into the tube that transports food from your mouth to your stomach. There is a band of muscle located around the bottom of the esophagus called the lower esophageal sphincter. When food is swallowed, this band relaxes to allow food and liquid to flow down into the stomach and then tightens again. However, if the lower esophageal sphincter is not working as it should, stomach acid can flow back up into the esophagus and cause heartburn. Bending or lying down immediately after eating can make the acid back up worse. According to a gastroenterologist, Felicia Knoll-Sussman, somewhere between 5 to 10% of the population suffers daily heartburn. Chest pain and burning in the throat are also signs that you are experiencing heartburn. You should seek medical attention if chest pain is accompanied by shortness of breath, jaw or arm pain, as you could be experiencing symptoms of a heart attack. 9. Regurgitation. Another common symptom of acid reflux is the feeling of food coming back up to your throat or mouth after you have eaten. This is called regurgitation. About 80% of people who regurgitate have acid reflux. Regurgitation is quite different from throwing up. It occurs when undigested food and a mixture of gastric juices move back from the stomach to the esophagus. It is more like a strange feeling of food moving up your throat to the back of your mouth. Eating large meals, exercising, bending over, or laying down just after eating can make you regurgitate. It can also happen all of a sudden without any trigger. It can cause a bitter or sour taste, and you are likely to experience wet burps. 8. Lots of saliva. People who have acid reflux may develop a symptom known as water brash. Water brash occurs when a person produces an excess amount of saliva that mixes with stomach acid and rises back into your throat. According to Dr. Murray, if after a snack or a meal, your mouth is flooded with saliva, that could be a good indicator of acid reflux. Water brash can cause a sour taste in your mouth. For some of the same reasons your mouth is filled with saliva before you vomit, when your salivary gland detects an irritant in your throat, they kick into high gear. So, it should not be much of a surprise that you have excess saliva in your mouth when you experience acid reflux. It is just your body preparing to wash away whatever is down there or about to come up. 7. Breathing issues or wheezing. If you frequently experience breathing problems, especially if this gets worse at night or when you are laying in bed, you may have acid reflux. Studies show that stomach acid can inflame the windpipe and thus affect breathing. Also, esophageal acidity can trigger a vagus nerve, causing the lungs to tighten. This results in wheezing. Dr. Murray states that when you lie down, acid washing up into the esophagus can trigger a reflex that causes wheezing. That acid can go into airways and cause direct irritation, so you could be waking up choking and coughing. 6. Bitter taste. When the muscle at the top of the stomach becomes weak, it allows acid or bile to rise into the food pipe. This tends to irritate the food pipe, thereby causing a burning sensation in the abdomen and chest. Sometimes, it can also bring about an unwanted bitter taste in the mouth, which may persist as long as the other symptoms. According to research in the American Journal of Medicine, the stomach acid or juices that force their way up your esophagus can leave a sour or acidic taste in your mouth or in your throat. If eating seems to cause a bitter taste in your mouth, then you may be experiencing acid reflux. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a like if you are loving the content. 5. A sensation of a lump in the throat. Stomach acid coming up to your esophagus can cause a feeling of muscle tension or swelling in the throat's tissue. This might feel like a blockage or a lump in your throat. It is also possible for reflux to push into the larynx and pharynx, creating the globus sensation. The constant feeling of a lump in your throat is known as globus sensation, and it could be a sign of chronic reflux, especially when combined with other symptoms. Sometimes it can occur as a result of irritants or dust, but most of the time when you have that sensation of a lump in the throat or constant throat clearing, it could be a symptom of acid reflux. 4. Frequent burping. Acid reflux increases swallowing, and this is one of the reasons for an increase in burping. Just like regurgitation, frequent burping is a sign that food could be making its way back up to your esophagus. Increased swallowing associated with acid reflux can be the cause of your chronic belching. People who experience acid reflux and heartburn tend to ingest more frequently and in larger quantities, leading to frequent burping. 3. Difficult or painful swallowing. Acid reflux can cause a narrowing of the throat through damage and scars, causing difficulty when swallowing food. Difficult or painful swallowing is caused by GERD-induced damage to the esophageal tissue, which can cause the lower esophagus to scar, spasm, and even be more narrow. This is called dysphagia. Dysphagia makes it difficult to get food down your throat. It feels like the food is sticking to the wall of the esophagus, making swallowing feel more painful or difficult than it should be, especially when lying down, laughing, or talking. In some cases, it is impossible to swallow. 2. Sore throat and coughing. A sore throat, hoarseness, and cough can be caused by a condition known as laryngopharyngeal reflux. This simply happens when stomach acid reaches the throat. When this happens, the vocal cords get irritated. Constant irritation of the vocal cords can make the throat feel a bit sore or can lead to chronic cough. This is often worse in the mornings or after lying down all night, and it usually subsides during the day. You should take caution before automatically concluding that your throat troubles are the result of reflux, however. If you use over-the-counter drugs to treat cough or sore throat for about 2 weeks and you do not notice any improvement, then something else may be going on, probably allergies or a sinus infection. The reason many people with acid reflux develop a chronic cough is not known, but there are 2 theories in the medical community that might be the reason. One is that cough happens as a protective measure when tiny amounts of acid reach the larynx, which acts as an air passage to the lungs or is slightly breathed into it. The other theory is that the cough might just be a reflex reaction to what is happening in the upper part of your digestive tract. 1. Nausea. It only makes sense that reflux would cause nausea, since the condition takes place within the digestive system. Chronic nausea is one of the common symptoms of acid reflux. People who have acid reflux often experience a sour taste in their mouth due to stomach acids that come back up to the mouth during the process. This bitter taste, along with the frequent burping and chronic coughing associated with acid reflux and GERD, can cause nausea and even in some cases, vomiting. Ingestion, or heartburn, is another symptom of reflux that causes nausea. Indigestion is the sensation produced when reflux stomach acid and contents irritate the esophagus.